Hey, cousins! I'm Shawnece.
I'm Tamara.
I'm Tia.
And we're the
Good
Show. Coming
God
up
knew
on
that,
the
though.
Good Show.
See, he knows the secret parts of you that you won't tell anybody else.
Oh, man. The overall goal is what God has in mind for you. And it is going to be in aligned with what you want out of life anyways.
Yeah.
Because God is the one who truly knows you and your heart's desires.
Yep, and he will align you to his will. If you pray and say, Lord, I want my wants and my needs and whatever to align with yours. I want those to mirror each other. So, Lord, whatever you want from me, I want. Okay, guys. So, I want to have a conversation about the Christian journey. Man, it is indeed a journey, and I just want to, basically say like the journey is basically us, allowing Jesus to fine tune us and prune us, and to be more like Him. And we all have our experience. But different perspective of what the Christian journey is. But I just want to ask y'all, like, why is it sometimes difficult in walking the Christian journey?
Well, for me, I would say my intake of the Christian journey is always having the end goal of being a discipleship. Being a disciple. Being a disciple of Jesus Christ, and really just doing my part on future generations, because I think that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
And also just working on my relationship, like you said, pruning, as in like stripping away and really going through the process. And honestly, for me, I believe it's so hard because this world is really made for us to not follow Christ, in my humble opinion. Everything in me wants to just take the easier route and do what everybody else is doing and keeping it simple, because the Christian journey is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is really hard, for real. You have to have a lot of patience. You have to have a lot of faith, and your environment for sure is important when it comes to the Christian walk, in my humble opinion.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's like in the Christian journey, you will be tested and you will, be tried. And sometimes you get tested of the things over and over again because you haven't learned what you're supposed to learn in the first place. And for me, it's like, it's hard because I felt like I'd done everything that I should have done. I felt like I've, prayed and I've, fasted and read my Bible and all of those things. But it's just like sometimes we're not listening. We're not listening clearly of what he is saying. And there's always me.
Yeah.
What can I do? What should I, you know what I'm saying? But it's more of like, what does Jesus want me to do? And then when we're going on this Christian journey, we have to remember that, we're trying to be like him. So in order to be like him, we have to think like him, talk like him, move like him. What does it say in his word to be like him? Yeah, I agree. I think for me, the hard process of the Christian journey is more so understanding that every season is going to provide new challenges. And that doesn't mean that's a bad thing, but I think sometimes we definitely live, and Tamara has said this on previously, we definitely live in a microwave type society where we want things kind of instantly. Mm-hmm. And so for me, I think I have been struggling with allowing God to just take the reign, allowing him to prune me and all those things in his time, not my time. Mm-hmm. And just being consistent with being okay with that has been difficult for me. I think just allowing him to do the good work that he's doing in me, and understanding that it is a good work and good works take time. Um, so yeah, I just think really laying it at his feet, and I've said this time and time again, but like it's true, like laying worries and cares and all those things at his feet is so important when you're going through the Christian journey, and not losing hope and not losing faith in the midst of doing that. It's challenging. Also, when you don't have others around you who are going on that journey.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm talking about family members because we all on this thing together. But when you don't have family members who look at things the way that, or in the lens in which God has been able to give it to you, you have to have strength to not fall into the way that they're doing things, or doing things in the way that they are normally doing it, or the way that we were brought up to do it, and really just saying, okay, I'm going to do it the way that God wants me to do it, the way that I read in the Bible how I'm supposed to do it. Whether, this will be with friendships, with families, relationships, and just kind of really saying, okay, I'm leaving this to the Lord. I'm doing it His way. Sometimes can be very hard when you don't have certain people emulating that type of walk. So, yeah. I think it's also hard when you have like a plan set in your mind and you feel like that is the right way. You feel like I don't see any harm in the plan that I have, the plan that I set, the goals that I set. And when you realize like He knows the beginning and the end. So as much as we think, yeah, like my plan is solid, is no cracks, but you're not seeing everything. And it's just really hard because, for me, I was in nursing school for 4 years, and it takes you 4 years to get a nursing degree. And I thought this was going to be it. I thought this was my time to become a pediatric nurse. I was going to be a pediatric nurse. I was going to do like bedside nursing for a couple of years, and then I was going to do something else with my nursing degree. I didn't know what, but it was going to be something. And when I tell you guys, I blocked everything off, meaning like I was so focused on this because I'm like, this is the end goal, is school, nothing else. And then my world crashed when it didn't plan out that way. I was so lost. I was so confused. I was upset. I was hurt. And to this day, I'm still trying to figure out why did it happen. But I also know, like deep down, I knew that nursing was not for me. I was doing it for everybody else, but it wasn't for me. And I had to realize, like, God knew that though. See, He knows the secret parts of you that you won't tell anybody else.
Oh man.
He knows the secrets, the pain, the tears that you hold in your heart that you won't tell anybody else, and that you sometimes even try to hide from your own self. Isn't that crazy?
It is.
And I just thank God that He sees me. Yeah. He sees me in this journey, and I'm so glad it's a journey and it's not a race. Because in a race, you're not able to collect yourself. It's like you're going. But in a journey, you're able to stop and pause and let God work in you. Because He is the clay master. He's going to mold you into the way that you need to be. But in a race, you can't be molded. You're going to be sloppy. You're going to be disfigured. You're not going to be shaped right. But when God gets to working in you, something begins to move. Something begins to shake. I thank God for what He's doing.
Oh,
I thank God. I thank God for the shaping, the molding. Amen. Amen.
Girl,
Yeah, that
that was
that was
good.
that was a
I will
word.
say, I definitely resonate with what the both of you guys were saying,
Mhm.
because you mentioned, Tia, that you're trying to learn how to let go and basically let God. And we hear that saying all the time, but it's literally let go and let God, because the realities of the Christian journey is that God never said that it was going to be easy.
Mhm.
Because you are his child, you are going to face challenges.
Mhm.
And boy, I've been facing challenges a lot lately, mostly with an internal battle for myself. And then the environment, also what you were saying, and then now being in the process of just letting God do his work, letting God do his big one. For me, I low-key have a control issue. Low-key.
Is it low
Low-key.
key or high key? Okay.
That's crazy.
Like, man.
Low-key. And I I thank God for the way he's been moving, but I will say most of the time I just don't want to do it. Most of the time I just want to escape,
Mhm.
and not exist. Um, and I know I said this before. I promise you guys I'm no local mindset is just right now. I really do believe I am in the pruning stage of my Christian walk, of my Christian journey. Um, right now, I just feel like giving up because I feel like so much is just being thrown. Nothing is the way that you thought it was going to be. Because I am a planner and I do have to put things into a process in order for me to feel okay and to feel really safe. Honestly, is what it really is for me. And this honestly brings me back to Job, because I have been reading the book of Job. And the reason why it's taking me so long to finish the book of Job is because it's telling me about myself. Because let's be for real, the book of Job, so I started reading it, but I didn't actually started studying it until like recently. And when I actually started studying the book of Job, I now understand why God has led me to that book is because it's what I am right now. I'm in my Job era of really just internal battles constantly, because that's what the book of Job is all about, having internal battles. From what I've gathered thus far, I've really studied chapters 1 through 4, or 3. Yeah, 3. And this is when Job is really starting to curse the day he was born. And when I tell you that sometimes I really just wished that I wasn't here, because the way the world is going right now, the way that everything is panning out to be, it's really bamboozlement. And
Yeah.
I'm lucky to have like an environment where I can just talk it out and express myself, but understanding that and knowing that Jesus is with me. God is he has my back, And I'm really grateful, but most of the time I really just wish wish I can go the other way. And the reason why I say wish I can is because when I do,
Right
I
back.
turn right back
Right back.
around to my savior, because he is the only way for me. I know that living a life with Christ is the only way for me. And no matter how many times I turn back, I'm always pulled back to him, but even more convicted and even more in my walk. And this is the reason why you had to step out. And I recently had that moment that reminded me why I had to step out, why on this journey right now. Um, and even though most of the time I cry and I take myself away by so many distractions, um, you kind of just start to really think and you really start to be like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Why is this happening to me? You know? And every day is a part of a season. And I'm starting to really tell myself that this is just temporary.
Yeah.
This will pass.
Yeah.
Um, this is not going to last. I will get to where I know I should be, but it's going to take some time. It's a process for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I will say, I think I will get emotional, but to piggyback off what Tamara said when you was going through nursing school, I remember I kept on telling you, God's got you. God's got you. And when it didn't work out in the way that we all thought it was, it broke me a little bit because I'm like, I kept on saying God is going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. And then when it didn't happen, it broke a little part of me. And then over time, because God is so gentle with us, He's so loving with us, He kind of helped me realize like His plans are greater than my plans. But He does not do anything to hurt us.
Mm-hmm.
Um he molds us, like you said, into who He wants us to be, and the end result is going to be greater than how I can even think it's going to be. And so I think I'm going to share this as well. I had shared this with both of these ladies, that I just been getting recently, like losing hope and faith. Like a lot of people, including I think ourselves, we're losing hope and faith. And I think because, again, when God places so much things inside of you, whether it may be dreams or goals or things that you think that, okay, I need to go ahead and achieve that. And then again, you're saying, okay, God, I want you to be on this journey with me. I want you to be at the forefront. And then when He plays, because I do think that God places nuggets inside of people, right? He places a dream. He places a message, a
Visions.
scripture, whatever the case may be. And then when it's not looking the way that you think it's going to, same thing for me. Like when I'm like, Lord, I thought I would have been further. I thought I would have achieved more. I thought I would have, done something more, right? But at the same time, I've been reading this book and I forgot the whole author, but if I'm talking about the book, probably you'll like, oh, I know that book. But anyway, but in the book, it's basically saying like we cannot measure. God doesn't measure our success the way that the world measures our success. So what you may think, because I'm measuring that like, oh, I think I should have done more, mainly based off of human standards, human timeline. When God is like, you're right where you need to be. You're right in the season that you need to be. And so I kind of realized that once again, I have to take my foot off the gas and leave it at His feet. Because there's been so many things I think within my life that I'm a planner too, but not to Shawnece's standard.
That is crazy.
But I feel like there's been definitely things in my life where I thought it would have turned out differently or been differently. But at the same time, I'm grateful for the process, even though it may not look exactly how I want it to look. And literally that song, God, you can blow my mind. I'm like, yeah.
Notes.
I think really allowing Him to do that, because I think if you allow God to blow your mind, has to be a step back. There has to be a moment where you're like, okay, God, I'm gonna just leave it to you, because He can't blow your mind if you sitting up there doing stuff and it doesn't work like that. So I think really just understanding that on this Christian journey, it is a lot of leaving it at his feet. I cannot stress this enough. And I think that's why a lot of people struggle with the Christian journey, because they like logic, right? Like it needs to make sense. If 2 + 2 = 4,
Talk about it.
why I don't have a job?
Yeah.
If 2 + 2 = 4, why haven't I achieved what I thought I was going to achieve? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I work harder than the other person. Why didn't I get it?
We pay attention too much to what other people got going on. And we don't understand that our path is our path.
Exactly.
You know, there's another verse in here that's like basically mind your business before you mind somebody else's business. And I believe that's why I'm low-key in a certain place right now, is because you grow up with the intentions of doing what you're told to do, right? And it's like, go to school, get the degree, get the job, you'll be okay. Lies. Lies, I tell you, because I went to school, I got the degree, I had the job, and I'm about miserable. I'm not gonna lie. And it's like, there's more to just working and following what you thought is the right path for you. And it sucks to realize that what you want to do after you went through a whole storm to get to where you at right now. You know what I'm saying? We go to college and we realize this is not what I want to do with my life. So now you're feeling stuck and like, I already have this thing and I already got this going, so I have to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, losing hope.
Yeah, I really feel like for me personally, when I was going to school, my degree is because I started it and I needed to finish it. Okay. We were definitely raised like, when you start something, finish it.
Finish it. Yeah.
When you start something, finish it. And,
which is not a bad thing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Work hard. Work hard. Go for what you want. But again, it is okay to pivot. Exactly. It is okay to shift when it's no longer satisfying for your soul or what God is placing in you in that season. Right. I think I was just so caught up in like, okay, I started this, I just need to finish it. And I will say though, on my that we can have another conversation about this, but on my college journey, I definitely did not consult the Lord about what I should have been doing, which, you know, is on me. I think a lot of times we do not consult the Lord in the paths that we're choosing or the paths that we're going down. So, yeah. But
why though?
Because, you know, at the time, my relationship with God was not how it is now. Yeah. I was just like, God, I see you with me.
But did you know that you were supposed to though?
I knew. So, you know what it was? I don't know how to explain this, but I was so clouded with that. I had tunnel vision. Literally, I could not hear anything else. Like, I didn't like God. I wasn't hearing that. I was like, I started this. I'm going to finish it. Nothing. And I'm kid you not. I did not think about what the Lord wanted at all.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I knew that I was supposed to consult the Lord, but I didn't. Even though my relationship and my actual walk didn't pick up until COVID.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like a relationship wasn't deep enough.
I grew up, my parents and the people I was around at church, they did say consult the Lord in everything that you do. You know, and I will say that, but I wasn't listening because at the time I let self-doubt, hatred, I let selfishness, hurt, everything that we're supposed to give to the Lord anyways affect my answer, and impatient. Yeah. I was impatient because sometimes God could take forever to answer you, and you just like,
Yeah.
I need to know now.
Yeah, and
Now.
sometimes through the journey, God is silent. You know, God is silent, but he's always there. Like, he is always in the fire and the wherever you are at, he is there right there with you.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes he is silent and that's frustrating. And you're like, what am I supposed to hold on
Yeah.
to? What am I supposed to do? And what I realized is just like, you have to remember what he has already done in your life.
That
Like
too.
how far he has got you from this point.
But that's
So-
hard to do when you have tunnel vision. That's hard to
It
do
is.
when you're forgetting everything that you were either brought up on, or you're just ignoring God altogether because you know the expectations that he has for you, and you feel like you can't live up to it as well.
I will say though, I don't want anybody to like interpret this and say, okay, I'm just going to wait on the Lord. I'm just going to wait on the Lord, and you don't even move. I think sometimes we get so fearful and like, okay, if it's not God, I don't want to move. I don't want to move. I don't want to move. And when God is probably telling you to just move and you're not doing it. So be very mindful in saying, okay, well, I'm going to consult the Lord, but really listen and hear for him and say, okay, are you telling me to move, or you're just staying stagnant because you're scared? And being scared and fearful is not the same thing as I'm trusting in the Lord. That's you having lack of faith. That's you being fearful. So I just want to
agree, because sometimes I really do ask God, I really do ponder on the question, why, what is even going on? What am I supposed to do, Lord? And every time it'll be like, you already know.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like God has put so much in us. I know God is looking down. He's like, I put like, you are more than capable. You are more than ready, especially when he's opening doors for you in certain areas or doing certain things in your life. That means you're ready for it. He put whatever it is in you already. You just need to walk in it. So don't let fear and doubt and worry, because those things are not of the Lord. Do not let those things hinder you from walking into whatever he's called you on this Christian journey. Because I think Esther is a perfect example of this. If Esther was scared about what she was supposed to do, them Jews would have been gone. Okay. So, and of course she definitely, if you read Esther, she definitely had doubt. She definitely was just like, I don't know if I could do it. But she prayed and asked others to pray for her, and she walked that thing out because everything that she needed was already in her that God placed. Did she know that? No, but God does. That's why like we said, his plans are better and way higher than ours.
So here's a question, would you rather live life outside of God and still be on a drifting kind of path where you're not going anywhere, and you're still having to struggle, you're still having to face all of these challenges? Or would you rather be with God, knowing that he's going to take you down sometimes, but that down is going to bring you up to where you need to be? And also, we also need to keep in mind that everything we do is connected to somebody else. And I had to learn that as well, because what I do affects another person. I could be blocking that person's blessing.
Yeah.
And when I started my Christian journey, I really had to realize that I have to be selfless. Like, because
it's not all about you.
Yeah, it's not about you. There's a bigger picture when it comes to having a relationship with God. Like, it's not just me, it's you. Like, what I do right now affects the little ones in my life, like everything is connected. And that's how growth and community occurs as well.
And I think the same book that I was reading that I don't remember the name but the author was basically explaining that one of the biggest, I think, stumbling blocks to our Christian journey is ourself, because we're just thinking about ourselves. We're not thinking about, okay, Lord, how is this affecting somebody else? Or I think especially in this era and time when everybody is about what's beneficial for me and not really saying, Lord, this is what can I do to become a vessel for you, and really being the servant and disciple that we are striving to be. And it really does require a dying of self. It requires a dying of what I am capable of, and really just saying, okay, Lord, what do you want me to do? And how can I help somebody else into becoming the person, the disciple, the servant of you? And I think really just saying, again, it's not about me.
Yeah.
It's way bigger than any of us.
The overall goal is what God has in mind for you. And it is going to be in aligned with what you want out of life anyways.
Yeah.
Because God is the one who truly knows you and your heart's desires.
Yep, and he will align you to his will. If you pray and say, Lord, I want my wants and my needs and whatever to align with yours. I want those to mirror each other. So, Lord, whatever you want from me, I want from me. Shift. And I think because sometimes we start off and say, I want this, I want this, I want this, but you will notice as you grow in your Christian journey that what you wanted before is not what you want now. It's because your heart is shifting to match his, to shift to his wants and his needs. Because I've seen a lot of people, the same person is, but they started off in a career, like they wanted to be a lawyer, a doctor. I'm not trying to give away who the thing is, but that person started off wanting to be, say, that lawyer, but then God put some other things in them. They was like, okay, I want to do this. I want to uplift other people and with my words and all these other things, because he's shifting your heart. He's shifting your mindset to more align with his vision for his kingdom and for his purpose. And I think when we can just, again, it's really letting go and saying, okay, Lord, everything that you put in me is not for nothing. It's for a reason. You are doing something in me, and let me allow you to work in me to do that. I think because I realize, like, he don't waste nothing. There is nothing in your life that he cannot use. If you look at all the disciples in the Bible, he used everything out of them. He didn't waste anything. He said, "Oh, what's the guy with the fish? Oh, you a fisherman? What's his name? Peter. I'm sorry, I don't really remember names. I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. But he used that. Who would have thought you could use a fisherman?
Even the man who used to kill Christians as a sport. Yeah, all of that.
But he wastes nothing. He can use every part of you that you thought was useless or didn't require or have a purpose. He can use it. So I feel like, once again, what's his name? Simon Peter. So, his name. Peter, and then his name changed to Simon. Right. Big up pizza.
Oh my gosh. I cannot.
Because the Lord used you. And I just feel like, again, God can shape and mold, like you said, everything about you. And so that's why I want to say, if you think that God did not put you on this earth for a reason, you are sadly mistaken. He wastes nothing. If he don't waste nothing with these disciples, if he don't waste nothing with the animals that he created, with the plants that he created, he thought of everything. So why do you not think that he created you for such a time as this?
Because that's what my environment told me. That's what social media tells me. That's what people in my life tell me. That's what my job tells me. That's what everybody tells me. But don't listen to everybody. Truly, you really do have to tune out the world. In this Christian walk, you have to tune it out, because I believe that's also playing into why I've been feeling the way I've been feeling, is because I've been paying attention too much to so many things. And in this world, so many is thrown at us at a rapid pace
Distractions.
every single day. Distractions, like you have to tune it out. Because if you can't tune it out, then you're not listening for what he has to say to you, for what he has in store for you. Like you're kind of just drifting. You're going through the cycle. You're day to day, you know, you kind of just everything is a blur because now you're on like a routine, you know, because I'm speaking for where I'm at right now, you know. Wake up in the morning, job, afterwards eat, basically go to bed, you know. So definitely tuning out everything and really just tapping into God and his word and listening, like truly be patient when you're listening for God, you know, because I have to tell myself, Shawnece, you gotta just calm down, girl. Calm it down, sis. And, and relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Psalm 23, 1-4. So whenever you guys have a chance, definitely read that. It reminds you that in the valley, in the dark places, God is with you and he's going to be with you through it all. He is there with you and he will never leave you nor forsake you. He's not a God that will break his promises. He's not a God that will lie to you. And when he corrects you, it's not out of harm. It is out of love. See, that's the difference between man and God. You know, never compare the two. But yeah, God, he is close to the brokenhearted. He is close to the people who feel lost because he is right there. He is right there. And the thing about God is, because I know, and I just want to remind people, God's love is not conditional. It's unconditional. So in this journey, he is showing you unconditional love. He will always show you unconditional love. So don't think like I have to do this in order to make it another day in the journey or do this to make it. No, he's not tit for tat. You know, like he is going to be there with you through it all. Amen.
I just want to make sure that y'all know that it's not no pretty situation all the time. Like it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get rough. You know, he will discipline you for real. I just want to because I feel like people have the false sense that the reality that, oh, I'm a Christian and everything is all glitz and glam. No. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful process for real, but not everything is going to be easy. And I feel like that's also why we struggle in our Christian walk because we want things to be easy, but the greatest things you gain in life will never come through an easy process. The process is rough. The journey is rough. The journey is rough. Okay. And the reason why, because no, people really do think that it's easy. I thought that the Christian walk was easy. I thought that God's got my back and that's all that matters. I can just do as I please. Lies. You know, you can't do as you please because now you have been renewed. Now you are a child. Everybody's a child of God. But when you dedicate yourself, your mind has been renewed. And it's not renewal just one time only. Daily, you are renewed. Daily. That's why, like Tia was mentioning, you have to die daily.
Yeah. I think also we have to look at it on this Christian journey. You are looking and trying to go after God's heart. So I think if you really think about it and say, I love the Lord, what does that mean? It means that I actively am concerned about how he sees me, right? So if you, like you were saying, if you're going each day and say, well, God is just going to forgive me. If I burn up this building, if I burn up these people, if I do whatever, that was an extreme thing. He's just going to forgive me. No, it doesn't work like that. Because if you actually say that I care for somebody, because if I care about what if Tamara thinks about me, or if I love her, if I care about her, I'm not about to just do anything to her. That's crazy. You don't love that person. So if you love the Lord, like we are all trying to say, or not trying to say, but like we say on a daily basis, I love the Lord. What does that really mean? Are you really saying I love the Lord? Or are you just saying, I mean, he's cool when I need him. He's cool in convenience. And I think that's what a lot of us want. We want a convenience God, and not understanding that if you love the Lord, you are going to seek daily about what it is that makes him happy, what is pleasing to him, what is making him say, oh, thank you, my child. You are doing my work and my will. And I think when we can really step back and really say, okay, am I doing something that is pleasing unto the Lord? And this is why you have to repent all the time. All the time. Don't think, oh yeah, well, I gave my life to the Lord and it's all good now. No, because if that was the case, if that was just clean slate, a lot of things that we see in the world happening right now wouldn't be happening. So I think repenting and saying, Lord, I messed up. I didn't do it your way. I'm sorry. Please forgive me of my sins is really necessary. It's not an option. It's
Be humble.
Like, be humble. Be humble. Really say to the Lord, forgive me of my sins. Show me the right way. Have a heart that is always prepared and ready for correction. On this Christian journey, again, it is definitely hard, but at the same time, life is, I say this all the time, life is so hard. It is even harder without him because you're not consulting him, because he can protect you from a lot of things that you were not even aware of. And God is so merciful that he protects us anyway sometimes, even when we don't follow him. And that to me shows the type of God that he is, that he saves people when he's like, you don't even serve me. You sitting up there doing idol stuff and performing witchcraft, and I still saved you from that thing. I still covered you in the midst of that thing. Yet, when God says, I just need you to do what I'm telling you to do, it's hard for us because we're not seeing everything that he's doing. And so we kind of downplay it in our head and say, well, he did save me, but, but really think about that thing, girl. He saved you. Who, man and woman, saved you. Okay. And so not taking that lightly, again, I think, and that's the thing. I think when I started the Christian journey, I took a lot of things for granted. I took a lot of covering for granted. I took a lot of blessings over my life for granted, and not understanding that God really protected me from a lot of things that I could have been in different situations at different times. And I'm like, what? God really covered me, even when I wasn't being obedient to him, even when I wasn't seeking him. He was still covering me. And so I think when we really look at our lives and say, okay, and this is not to like condemn anybody or to say like, you just keep on doing it wrong. You keep on doing it wrong. This is me too. Okay. I'm still going through to really seek his heart and to really be obedient as much as I should be. But I think when you can really reflect and meditate, like Shawnece is saying, or in what the Bible tells you to do, you can really step back and say, man, God has been so good to me. And if I can just step back and do what he's telling me to do and to seek after his heart, I need to do that. There's no other option because he's just been so good to me, even when I didn't deserve it. And I don't deserve it. I still don't deserve it. But he does it anyway. Yeah. Yeah. But it's also joy and peace in this journey. The peace that you won't even understand, but it's of God. Because you're like, in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of the confusion, the anger, the hurt, whatever it is, it's still peace, it's still joy in the journey. So I definitely would tell somebody to hold on to that. Hold on to that through the journey. Don't lose sight of it. Don't lose sight of the light that God has given you, the light that's inside of you, the light that's around you from other people. Continue to be nice to people. Continue to love on one another.
Why are we not nice to people?
I've been saying a lot of that lately, but that's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
But it's like continue to show the light that God has given you. Continue to lift each other up in prayer. Actually pray for people. And we say we're going to pray for them.
And by the way, when y'all talk to people and say, I'm going to pray for y'all, and then y'all don't actually pray, y'all wrong.
Yeah.
Pray for them. If you said, because I try to pray for people the same time I said it, I'm like, let me step away and pray for you because I'm going to forget. But pray for them people. If they ask you, pray. Because I realize like a lot of people I don't think we intercede for people. I know we have that saying, oh, my grandma, she interceded in prayer for me. You can intercede in prayer for yourself as well. You can intercede for other people as well. Get to praying, guys. Praying is powerful. Praying is needed on this Christian journey.
Cha-tings.
Don't limit the power of prayer. Prayer changes things. It shifts things. So when people say, pray for me, take that as a serious thing and pray for that person, please. Amen.
Yeah. And so, yeah, agree. Agree. But the overall reason why the process is so hard is because we struggle to just let go and let God for real. So I really just want to encourage to really tap into God and really join the process of letting go. You will be at peace for real because you're no longer worrying about it. You're no longer stressing yourself out about it. And although yes, there's light, there's peace, don't be the Lulu and not think you're not going to face anything. Really tap into your faith, really exercise that faith and let it be a part of your daily life for real, because it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for sure. But like Tammy said, keep in mind that God is with you. There is peace, there is light, but also keep in mind that this journey is going to be hard. We need hope, and the source of hope and strength and love and happiness is with God. But because we are his children, we need to understand that he's going to challenge us for real. But it's not for entertainment. It's literally for growth. It's literally to get you to where your heart's desire where you want to be. So, and I have to realize that, for myself on where I'm at right now, because right now I don't want to go through anything. I don't want to go through anything.
I mean,
let me be. Let me just sit down for a moment. Let me just chill. But God is like, no, there is a reason. This is the season for growth.
Amen.
Yeah. That's all I gotta say. So, cousins, it has been a pleasure talking with you guys again. Before we close out, make sure you leave a comment stating what is helping you throughout your journey, or who has been helping you throughout your journey, because we all need something to help us through this journey. God called us to be a part of a community. God called us to be disciples. And you can't do it on your own. That's one thing I do want to stress. You can't do it on your own. Because you will tap out. You will go back into your old ways, and you will not be accountable, because this journey is rough, like we've discussed, So leave a comment on what you've been doing to help you throughout your journey, or who has been helping you through this journey. All right?
Yes.
We love you guys. Stay safe, stay blessed. Tune back in. We love you.
Bye, cousins.